The episode opens with a concert where an old woman is singing. We're then introduced to a very famous person named Trises. We see Klein and Dunn Smith are also there. He and Klein discuss how Trises, despite being such a big singer, deals in illegal goods. Dunn notes that it's just the two of them on this mission, because Miss Daly hasn't recovered from that big creature fight yet, and Dunn himself isn't in top shape either, so they have to handle everything. Klein then mentions that Vincent isn't dead yet, he's still alive. The concert ends and the scene cuts. We see a ship approaching the city. Klein is shown sitting in a chair, researching a photo of a man trying to figure out what happened to him. He has a night watch match. Dunn tells him to go meet the man and report back. We see Trises there, giving autographs before leaving. Klein is also there, meeting the man named Meyer. A girl introduces Klein to Mr. Meyer, saying he's a seer, referring to his Beyonder pathway. They meet, and Meyer tells Klein that he has terrible nightmares every night and can't sleep. Klein says he needs to see his dream first. He spins his locket and enters Meyer's dream. In the dream, Klein sees a ship on fire in the middle of the sea. A man throws a child overboard and then jumps in himself. Meyer reaches out and grabs the man's hand. This is his recurring dream. As Klein is experiencing this, he feels an aura behind him. He turns around and finds himself in a different place with a very old throne. Klein realizes some strange ritual is being performed there. Suddenly, Klein's dream breaks and he wakes up, sweating. He wonders, how can this be? I've seen this many times. He exits Meyer's presence and reports to Dunn, explaining everything. He reveals that the hero, Trises, is behind all this. Dunn says they need to investigate further because Trises is a huge celebrity, and they can't just take action against him without strong evidence. The scene cuts to Trises' house where he's sleeping with two girls. He senses someone has entered his house. He pulls out a knife and sees a girl standing in front of him. They talk, and the girl tells Trises that he's done good work, so she wants to give him a gift. She gives him a Sequence 7 potion, which belongs to a witch. The scene cuts again. We now see Klein heading to an underground market with Mr. Neal. They take a lift down to a huge subterranean market. It's vast, with many stalls. As they walk, Klein suddenly feels an aura. He sees a madman approaching them, yelling, "Everyone will die! Everyone will die!" Death. Blood starts flowing from the man's eyes, and he collapses. Neal explains that this is common for him. It's his daily routine. His nickname is Monster. They visit a shop in the market, looking at some items and a stone. They have a brief conversation. In this market, many want to join their vendor group. Neal explains that they are not vendors, but work for them, effectively owning the land there. Then, Klein spots Trises. They start following him, and Klein notices they're not the only ones. Someone else is following too. Trises starts running. 3 or 4 more people appear and begin shooting at Trises. Trises gets shot once, but then disappears and flees. Klein and Neal go outside and see that Dunn Smith has taken down 3 of the attackers. Dunn says Trises escaped and he couldn't catch him. He tells them to come with him. They have somewhere to go. They get into a car, and Dunn tells Klein to use the hat he got from Trises to find out where he went. Klein uses his power and discovers Trises' location. They head there and find many girls tied up with fires burning around them. Then, one girl falls onto Klein, and his hat also falls off. Klein asks the girl if she needs help, but she declines, saying she'll go to the doctor by herself. Klein checks their auras. Everything seems normal. He looks up, and Dunn shakes his head, indicating Trises isn't there. Klein then returns home. He writes in his diary about past events, like the 6 pounds Dunn gave him, the full moon hanging overhead, and details about other members, including Leonard and the locket he gave his sister. As he writes, someone knocks on his door. He opens it, and it's Leonard. They go somewhere together. We see them in a very old village. Dunn, Leonard, Isak, and Klein are all talking. They're discussing a workshop in this city where people died in various ways, some by poison, some by strangulation, some by fire. Their goal is to find out how these deaths occurred. They go to a house. Leonard and Klein enter. Klein uses his power and sees an old woman leaving, but a very young girl comes from behind and places her hand on her back. Klein tells this to everyone. They discuss that this is a girl who practices black magic, using dolls as puppets. Leonard says he has a theory, and he explains it to Klein. The theory is that this girl uses magic to summon evil gods, demons, and other evil creatures. She's a very powerful magician and has a witch. They tell Klein to quickly use his power and find her location. Klein uses his power, gets the house's address, draws it, and they immediately set off. They reach the house and realize it's a witch's house, so there will be many entities inside. They proceed, but as they move forward, the witch senses someone's presence. The witch takes out a potion, drinks it, and becomes invisible. She goes upstairs and sees Leonard and Dunn trying to enter. We see there are many other entities there. The invisible witch then stabs Dunn from behind, but it's not the real Dunn. It's a clone, which explodes. The witch realizes this. A bullet comes, but the witch stops it with her knife. Then Leonard arrives and begins to fight her. Dominating her, he kicks her, sending her flying. Leonard uses his power and is about to catch the girl, but she cuts her hand with the knife. We then see a statue of a girl's eyes open, and the witch gains more power. The girl turns invisible again and goes back upstairs. We see Klein and Smith approaching from behind the house. Smith tells Klein to stay put and not come near the house. Dunn goes inside. Leonard shoots at the girl, showering her with bullets. The girl gets hit once and shatters into glass fragments. These glass fragments then start attacking. Dunn arrives, creates a flow, and stops them. He enters the house. Dunn sees that the doll is gone. What happened was, the girl, the witch, entered the house. She prayed to a demon statue performed. A ritual gained more power and took the statue, then left through the other side. Dunn is then attacked by a burning window curtain that wraps around his face. Dunn uses his electro power to tear it off. More fragments attack, and he gets shot. Blood appears. Dunn says, "It's bleeding here." He then sees Dunn's statue standing in front of him. From a distance, it releases an aura, and long hair attacks Dunn. But Dunn releases his own aura, using his full potential, and nothing happens. Everyone outside is watching this. Dunn's condition deteriorates. He coughs. We see the girl trying to escape. Klein tries to stop her by shooting, but a glowing rose appears and enters Leonard. Leonard pulls it out and throws it, but he sees it following the girl. Leonard chases after the girl. As he runs, Leonard glances to his right and sees a massive shadow. He looks at his hand and realizes black magic is at work. The girl says, "Now this guy's done for." She begins a black magic ritual using Leonard's blood, but Leonard pulls out his hair, ties it to his nail, and then uses his blood to throw it away. Whatever ritual the girl performed, it was undone by the hair and nail. The girl thinks he's dead. She then jumps into the water from the base. Meanwhile, Klein uses his power to repair the broken glass in the house. He then sees a photo of the girl who had fallen unconscious onto him earlier. He goes outside and tells Dunn. The scene cuts, but we see a girl arriving on a train. She's the same girl. Everyone bows down to her feet. She lights a cigarette, and everyone rushes to offer her a lighter. The scene cuts again, and we're told her name is Trises. The episode ends there.